What's going on, guys, and welcome back to One Way Bay, where our sporting event has just concluded, so now we're about to check out what this traffic becomes. Oh my, look at this already. So, it looks like a bunch of the traffic is... I guess the guys who didn't make it to the stadium on time are just filtering back to get onto the highway that way. And then... I don't know, it just looked like a bunch of people just dispersed and they're just walking to the Mondo intersection, and presumably they're gonna get back to the metro line and go wherever they need to go. I'm just kind of curious as to where these cars are gonna end up going after they get out of here, but let's go ahead and check out what has changed in rush hour. Alright, they fixed the 12-hour clock being 24 hours on the event information. Okay, so that's a little weird quirk he's said he was gonna fix. Some people not having events due to old system not carrying over the date. I don't know what that really means. Some people not having events. Oh, so we had an event, so that really doesn't affect us, I guess. And then events on custom buildings now have names cleared up. Okay, we don't really have any custom buildings to worry about. So the good thing about this Rush Hour mod is that the developer of it is very active in the community. He actually friended me, and we were chatting a little bit. And actually, before I go any further, can we go into the Rush Hour here? We're going to turn on the improved commercial and office demand, and then also the improved residential demand. Just because, I guess if you have those off, it still uses... If I'm clear on this, it still uses the old way, and since the mod changes everything so severely, it kind of doesn't work. So the improved one's supposed to fit better in this system with the Rush Hour mod installed, the way it functions. So, it doesn't really look like... Did people, leave their car here? It appears as... It appears as though they did. What is going on? Charles Thompson also left his car here. What happened? I don't know if this was like a weird fluke with me loading the game up after saving it and people are already here. But this guy is now... What are you doing, Edward Peters? He's going home, which is way over here. But I don't think he's about to go get his car first. It looks like he's old. He's a senior citizen who's probably senile. And since he forgot he had a car, he's now going to go all the way to the metro line and figure out a more convoluted and annoying way to get home than to just drive himself home. Or maybe it's just too dark for him to see, and his doctor / his wife have prescribed that he does not drive at night, which, I mean, that's a respectable reason, so... Alright, what should we do in this episode? Well, we're gonna try to figure out more with the Rush Hour mod. If I remember any of the discussion that I had with the developer, I'll let you guys know, but I don't think there was anything too big. He did say that he doesn't play with money on, so this is all kind of a new experience for him to see. He said he's been watching the videos, which is great. Shout out to you. And then... I guess he's gonna go in and tweak how this all works. There's something really weird about the income. As we've seen, it goes up and down during the day, very rapidly, but it overall seems to be giving us money in the long run, so I don't really know how to combat that. But I did have an interesting comment that said to rename Poo-Poo Parkway to something else that's not Poo-Poo Parkway. And it's just because there is hotels all along the coast now, and so Poo-Poo Parkway doesn't really fit. So I don't know if we want to do that. So guys, let me know in the comments what we should rename Poo-Poo Parkway to, or if you don't want to rename Poo-Poo Parkway, let me know and just say don't rename Poo-Poo Parkway. It's already a staple of the city. It's up to you guys solely. I don't really care either way. I mean, it is part of the city, it has its history, but on the other end, it isn't really a good name for tourists to come in to see. You know, no one really wants to go out of their way, out of their city, to fly into a new city with a place named Poo-Poo Parkway. So, I mean, that's that. All right, so it's actually quite beautiful out. We have a bunch of little things going on over here, little icons or notifications. So we got some crime things to take care of. We also have some of these things, not enough buyers for products all over the place. That's kind of an issue. I don't remember if I had thought to do anything about that, except maybe we should use the policy. Which policy is it? There's this policy. It's not the policy screen. That is. There we go. So there's the city planning, so we can actually encourage big businesses and small businesses to come into certain districts in the town. So I'm kind of thinking that's a good idea to do. Probably where more or less. I mean, there's so much in the Mondo district already. I think we're okay. But, where else would we need? I guess we could start filling this out in Springler Row. And I'm wondering if we did big business, that's only for large businesses, high density stuff, which is going to be here. It doubles their sales, and their upkeep is 4 cents higher per building. So I'm wondering if we actually click this on. Let's see how much of a hit our budget's going to take from that. Because as I said before, I really wanted Springler Row to be the place where people go to shop. So I'm kind of hoping that it becomes that by just some of these buildings in here we still have yet to zone, but things like this where we're just going to hopefully get a couple or a bunch of shopping in the middle here, and then scattered around are just going to be apartment buildings because those businesses obviously need people to work in them. So, oh, also for the Rush Hour mod, the developer told me about this other mod that's Asset Icon mod, I think it was called. But yeah, so remember how all of these parks didn't have pictures before, and I said I was gonna have to go through and actually take pictures of all of them? Well, I don't, because this new mod, if they're on the workshop, which a lot of them are, it grabs the pictures from the workshop and just makes them their default pictures, which is great, except some of these things that I made aren't on the workshop, so that's not going to work for those. But a bunch of these things, like these two that I've never really been able to see, now have icons. So shout out to, I think his name is Propane Dragon. If I'm getting that wrong, I'm way sorry, because you're a cool dude, and I appreciate everything you've done so far with the mod and everything. But yeah, so I think I just lost my train of thought. But where were we? I guess we'll add some more commercial down here. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say I'll leave the link to that mod in the description of this video, so you guys can get that mod if you need it. And it's just such a good help. So I'm just kind of really happy I got that. What else do we have to do? I'm gonna speed this up a little bit because we are just in nighttime and there's really not much going on. We actually just had a couple buildings upgrade for some reason. What? Why? No level up information, obviously, but wow, this building looks sweet at night. Wow, I've never actually looked at this building at night before. Look at that. It's like a town hall almost. And it's not technically our town hall, I don't think. But at this moment, let's say it's tentatively our town hall. It's not in a great location. It's definitely not in a great location. I think we need to put down this building right, where is it? I love using this one as a town hall, the tax office. And I'm thinking we're gonna wanna put that one in Old Bay somewhere. If I can find a spot for it, that's the problem. There's not really a lot of spots. Actually, that's not a bad spot right there. You know what? Should we put it down right here? 22,000. I don't think we actually, no, that's a bad idea. We should put it over here, I think, because it's going to affect more of these houses. Or should we put it more down here? It'll affect these houses down here a little more. Although there's a graveyard right there. This is a tough call. This is a tough call. Could put it like right here to just affect the rest of these. Or we could just put it down here and turn this entire block into like a municipal area. I think I like that. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that right now. I can't really see what I'm doing, though. That's a problem. And also the fact that I just deleted that is not really good. because that was a lot of people that now have to move somewhere else. And I'm gonna de-zone that actually, because before I forget. So I'll go in and tweak that later. You guys really don't want to see me do that, I don't think. There's a ton of parking around this office, so that's nice. City Hall is what we shall name it. It's to the point. So we have this really strange looking Slender Man kind of statue over next to City Hall. And then we have some of the earliest citizens of City Hall locked in their grave and tombs. So that's kind of cool. More morbid, but you know, whatever. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking I'll put some parking back there, and actually look at what just happened to our budget. Interesting. Has this always been like this? I think that's part of the update. I didn't notice that before because I don't use these roads, but these are now in the bus menu, which is kind of cool. Or maybe I'm going crazy, and maybe those have always been there, which is entirely possible. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, parking. Parking. Where do we want parking? 4x4 parking. No, I always get that wrong. I always think 4x4 means 4 blocks total, but no, it's 4 across and 4 deep. So, see, like, look at what I'm saying. It's early in the morning, people are just starting to go to work and school, and our budget is way over the top right now. Why? I think probably, so, okay, our total over here is 137,000. Our total from this is 20,000. So when it goes down, let's try to see what's going on there. Somebody remember those numbers, because I'm probably not going to. 131 and 20? 137 and 20. So yeah, sure. All right. It's raining in One Way Bay. Great. Just what I want during an episode. All right. No. I tried to click on that and it didn't click. So some of these lots are very strange back here. So I'm just gonna put them down and see what happened to our electricity. Okay, is it cold out? It's cold out. And our electricity is suffering because of it. 62,000. I think at this point, just upping the budget for the electricity should help to just give us like 10% more electricity. Let's see. It kicked in. It's actually still bad over here. It's a rolling blackout. Oh, it's really bad. Oh no, that's always bad. Okay, no, we need something to supplement this. I don't really want to put a coal power plant in because I'll have to delete it right away. Let's put a bunch of these in again. That, I guess, works for now. So that should kick us out. And one more. Maybe. We should have enough electricity now. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to save up. That took out a bunch of money anyway. But we're going to have to save up and get another power plant, or just hope this frickin' cold front moves through quickly, and so we won't have to deal with this. I guess one of the patches was that it was like a small patch, but it took the shininess out of the rocks, which is true, because they were very shiny. I remember looking at them one time and being amazed, but I guess there were a lot of people complaining that they were too shiny, which seems true, but at the same time, now they're not shiny whatsoever. So that's it kind of makes me sad in a way. But the roads are still kind of shiny because of the glare from the rain, so that kind of makes sense. So, alright, we got crossroads and traffic issues. Obviously, we've had those for a long time. Our green space looks great. What is... Okay, alright, let's just sit back for a second and just reanalyze everything here. We bought the mining town, but we never got to it. We should probably get to that soon, although with the lack of demand for things right now, I don't know if that's a huge priority at this point. There it is. So we need 55,000 people here, and we're about 5,000 away. So, I mean, we're pretty close to completing this challenge, And I'm thinking that after we complete it, we'll continue playing for a little bit, but I might start another series alongside of it. As of right now, this series is out every Tuesday, Thursday, and sometimes Sundays. I really need to get better with that. I really need to be just putting those out on Sundays every time. And I know you guys would love to see more content from this series, but I mean, I like to get your guys' input on these things, so it's kind of hard to just do daily uploads on this series. I kind of want to do that with my channel in general, is just do daily updates, or not daily updates, just get your guys' input and really have you guys part of the experience on my Let's Plays. Just because I feel like it's so much better than just watching me do whatever and then you guys don't have any say, because then you guys don't feel attached to the city and might not want to watch it, which is understandable. So I try to get you guys involved as much as possible. And yeah, I'm just trying to, it's just hard to do like daily uploads like that, especially because most people don't have the time to watch videos right when they come out. So, I mean, I don't know. A different series on my channel would also go on like a every other day kind of situation. But yeah, we'll see what happens on that. But for the foreseeable future, One Way Bay is going to stay. It's such a good series. I love this city. I love this challenge. You guys seem to love it, and you guys have just as much input as I do. And I think we've grown something very amazing here. I mean, the city has just come out and just really looked a lot better than I thought it would. So one thing we do need to do is get another skyscraper. We need to start working on our skyline. So yeah, we're gonna do that soon. I don't know. We have a bunch of money rolling in at this point. So there's a couple big skyscrapers. There's like this one, and there's like this smaller one, which I'm actually planning on putting over here. Must be placed along a roadside. Space is already occupied by what? There's got to be something here that's ploppable. What is already occupying this space here? I guess the road itself is not allowing me to plop that down. But yeah, this is kind of just going to be like a really cool high-rise. It'll add a little bit to the skyline of the city, but it'll also be like, it's still within reach of these other skyscrapers, but it's also like more toward the residential end of town, so that's going to be really cool. I just need to decide where to put that. I don't know if I should put it right here, like on this curve. That could be kind of cool. I'm going to have to move this crematorium, but we could do some really nice little plaza there. Maybe another skyscraper next to it, like another high-density residential, and that'll grow up to be kind of cool. A little cluster of buildings, maybe. But, oh, look at this. People are actually at school. How nice. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock, and once 2:45 rolls around, people should be leaving school, which makes sense from a real-world perspective. This building just always looked very weird to me. Is it just me? Or does anybody else out there think this just looks kind of weird? I don't know. It looks very like iRobot-y, I think is what I'm thinking. Where all of the buildings were just kind of like that weird, like futuristic, but you know, like the robots are going to get you kind of future. You know, I don't know. But that might just be me. I might just be going crazy. I'm not exactly sure. This episode's actually running a little longer than I anticipated. Well, not really. It's right on time, but we didn't really get much done in this episode, unfortunately. I've just talked this whole time, so we literally didn't do much of anything. We observed the stadium emptying, which is still packed with cars, actually, now that I look at it. So apparently people went to the sporting event, got hammered, and then decided to take our very quality public transportation home. And good for them. It's very responsible of them, but now they just need to come back and get their car and figure out how to get home from here. And actually, now that I look at it, the easiest way to get out of the stadium is to go, well, to get back on the highway, I guess, is to go here, out to here, cross this, and then get over here to go this way. Then to get that way, there's really not an easy way. They're going to have to go this way, around, and over here. to go this way or whatever. But yeah, like I was saying in the last episode, we might have had to put some sort of off-ramp this way. I'm not so sure that's even necessary at this point. I mean, we could maybe force one through here or over this. Oh wow, I would have to redo this whole thing. But I could maybe take this pedestrian path down earlier and have a ramp going from here straight up to here. I might play around with that idea, but I'm not exactly sure we need it. And it's 5 o'clock, and I just noticed the roads are definitely picking up. Look at this. There's just a bunch of people on the highway going home right now. So, and actually, we didn't go into the budget, or into the red, so I couldn't really, like, figure out what was causing our issue. But, I mean, even with that 10% boost in power consumption, yeah, we're still okay. But I guess just to end this video off, I'm going to put one more oil well down. I'm going to go over here and delete this cluster of 3 of these wind turbine water special windmill, whatever you want to call them. And then we're going to go ahead into our budget and turn this power down because we have way too much now and we just don't need that. So that's up. Don't do that. We're going to go back down to 100% because that makes more sense. And actually, you know what? We could probably turn the power down to 100% during the day, and since it gets a little, like, cooler at night and people need to use more electricity, put it up to, like, 105 at night. We'll monitor that in the next episode and see what's going on. We definitely have some abandoned buildings here. People are moving out. But I do want to put some more parking lots around this area in the industrial area because we just don't have that many and people have to go to work, and when they do, they need somewhere to park. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of these down as I wrap up this episode. And also, this is going to take a few of these buildings out that don't need to be here because people are already producing too much. That parking lot's going to be really freaky to park on. That is an awful looking parking lot. I would not want to park in that spot, or actually that spot's even worse. But I mean, I feel sorry for the guy who parks up here in his handicap spot and gets out in his wheelchair and just ends up rolling down wherever to the end. Hopefully he works down here somewhere, but I mean, we can't be sure of that. So, alright guys, this has gone on a little too long now. So, I don't know what we're going to be doing in the next episode. I think we are going to be maybe looking at a skyscraper and cleaning up a thing. And I also want you guys to weigh in on Poo-Poo Parkway. Change the name? What should it be? Or should we keep the name the same? Guys, let me know in the comments. Let me know with a thumbs up if you like this video. And be sure to subscribe if you're not already. And I don't know why you would have watched this whole video if you aren't. But, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you right back here in One Way Bay. Stay tuned for that episode.